guys, Gullo Gamer here with part 3 of my Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin Edition walkthrough. We just finished up in Hyde's Tower of Flame. I went back to Majula. I couldn't upgrade the mace anymore, but I did get some points into my health from those levels we got. We had about 40,000 souls, I think, maybe 20,000 or something like that. Really high amount of souls. And yeah, now we're back into the game. Where we go from here is probably No Man's Wharf, or we can go to the Lost Bastille, but I think No Man's Wharf is probably the more interesting area, because you get a new boss, you get everything without actually moving forward, you know. The No Man's Wharf is another way to get to the Lost Bastille, whereas the Lost Bastille only leads to a great one. So, thinking as best I can, I think that No Man's Wharf, being the area you're meant to go to first, I think in the game's eyes, is probably better. So we just went up there to grab the Homeward Bones. We're actually going to spend 2,000 souls down here at Lycia to open the gate to Huntsman's Copse. Then I'm going to run to the top, get the bonfire. And from that bonfire I'm going to warp to No Man's Wharf, or warp to Hyde's Tower of Flame to enter No Man's Wharf. It just pretty much allows me to have the easy access later on, and it gets it done out of the way now. I think it also gets me a couple of items. I can't talk to Falcon the Outcast, which is the merchant at the top here. He sells hexes and good items for hexes, and gives you really good items for hexes. But, yeah, that's pretty much useless, because we can't actually trade with them, or buy anything with them, until we're 20 faith, 20 intelligence. Or maybe it's less, but he only gives you stuff at 20 faith, 20 intelligence, and I've nowhere near either of those things, nor do I want any of his hexes, because I'm not a hexer. I have no way to cast any of his hexes. Also, his weapons aren't really that good for people with a decent faith or intelligence anyways. I wonder, can I speak to him either? I'm going to just try and attempt to before I tag the bonfire and warp out of here. Oh, he just called me weak. The frailty, the weak disrupts the dark. What an asshole. We could kill him with our mace and prove our strength, but whatever. So yeah, we're gonna go to Hyde's Tower of Flame, the second bonfire. And we're gonna continue to No Man's Wharf. So yeah, this has pretty much been a 3 or 4 minute intro into the video. This is the way. Just one sec, I'm going to check if I have the Fragrant Branch of Yore to spend. Yes, and I have a Farce Lockstone, which will not do anything in this next area. You can use it actually in a certain thing to light up the entire area, which hurts the Dark Lurkers, but or Abyss Dwellers, or whatever they're called, I don't know. But since I don't really care about them, I want nothing in that area, I don't need to do that. There's an Ultra Greatsword actually blocked by them, but I can pick that up anyways just by running past them. I don't see the need to waste a Farce Lockstone. Farce Lockstones are kind of badly designed too, because you need lots of them at the start. Like, you need like the first 3 or 4 of them, but after that point you get so many of them, and they open mostly traps and junk. They don't actually open anything useful. In a couple of zones they open interesting things, like the judgment set they offer you, but that's kind of eh. To the left here we have one of the Cyanites. And this will prove how powerful the mace is. If you remember, I fought the Cyanide earlier on. It took me like 5 hits to kill him. Or 6 hits to kill him, sorry. I think this should get him in 2. 1. Wow. The mace literally 1 hits a Cyanide. Compared to the Morningstar. Crazy good. And I put some points in strength, I think. Maybe 1 or 2. Which also gave me a bit of damage boost. I kind of want to focus until I'm 30 vigor. I want to get 30 vigor, then have 20 endurance. That way I have like the soft cap on health and stamina, and after that point then I'll get strength, because the Ultra Greatsword will be something interesting to own or use. I want to get some points into vitality, which helps me lift more weight, carry more weight, so that'd be handy for lifting around a greatsword, a huge Ultra Greatsword. And also it's super handy for the armor set I like, the Drangleic set. There we go. Nothing in there. There's a guy hidden in the water, but he's a weak guy. Nothing in here special. And there we go. We're going to use our one fragrant branch of yore to open this way up. It allows us access to the night set and an Estus Flask shard, which is okay. I mean, I'd trade a fragrant branch for an Estus Flask shard, especially this early when Estus Flask is by far the most useful thing ever. It pretty much gives us 20% extra HP restore potions, which is great. Later on, like when it goes from like 11 to 12, it's kind of useless. And that guy hit way too hard, even though I was way out of his range. There we go. The Estus Flag Shard should be here. There we go. And in a room around here, this corner, there should be a set of Knight's Armor. This set is actually really strong. But unfortunately, the Drang Lake set, which would technically be harder to get because it's behind the Pursuer boss, is actually a bit stronger. It weighs a bit more, but it's like twice as strong and like 50% heavier. So it works out that the Drang Lake set is just flat out kind of stronger. I mean, if there's a point where like you don't want to put points into Vitality though, and Drang Lake set would make you like fat roll, then I guess you could use the Knight set. It's still a good set. The Drang Lake set is just kind of better. So here's the bonfire for No Man's Wharf. So we're going to have a look at what areas we've unlocked yet. We've actually up to 8. So we've completed these 2. This is kind of done. There's 2 bonfires left. One we can't get till the end of the game. The other one kind of has no decent loot. So we might go there once we get a few more levels and a bit more equipment. Hyde's Tower of Flame is completely done. Nothing here left. And this is No Man's Wharf. We're just starting. Neither of these 3 areas we've started. So we're going to do here, and then here. We'll take the summon. I mean, why not? Oh, it disappeared. Well, nothing we can do about that. We're just gonna light this torch and slowly make our way through No Man's Wharf. Not a difficult area, but not an easy one. It has a lot of environmental danger because of the water and the walkways, but the enemies are kind of weak, except for the double sword guys that have really strong attacks. And this one dog. Oh, there's more dogs actually later, but I don't really care about the dogs. The dogs don't hit very strong. I don't like these torches, in case I die. Okay, these guys are the 2 swords now. I'm scared of these. I like lighting the torches though, just because I want to 2-hand the mace. Now we need to kill them, because those guys, they hit hard, and they stun lock as hell with their combos. Now, up here there's one more guy, and then there's 2 guys sitting in there. So, there's 2 weak guys in the bottom 4, and then there's that one guy up there. And we could get the Seabo, which is actually the S-E-A, like as in the C, rather than C, the letter. And it's not a crossbow either. And it's pretty much a dex strength bow. It's not very good. It has good range, but it's strength, which is the main thing. Most bows are dex, and we might use that instead of the crossbow. I've not made up my mind yet. See, this is the combos I was talking about. They stun you and you can't do anything. The Varangian sword, I don't know if that is that good. I'll have a look at it now once I get back inside. Quick. And there's an item here. Titanite shard, interesting. Maybe we can upgrade like a bow we get, or crossbow or something, so we'll have a decent range. So we'll have a look at the Varangian sword, which is this. Oh, so it's pretty much like the Drangleic sword, but it has a lower damage, weighs less. Ah, no, it's not. It's actually just a normal straight sword. So that's like a standard sword, like a longsword. Yeah, it's just like the longsword. A bit more damage than it. Kinda better scaling, and wow, I'll actually have a look at this later. We'll come back to this later. We're going to go downstairs, and we're going to... As you can see, my health is way... Wait. Excuse me. It's way up as well. It's actually got to the point where an Estus, like, only heals about half it, maybe less. We're going to run across here. We're going to get this guy with the bow. Hate him so much. I got enemies with bows, and I'm going to summon this NPC Phantom. Bradley of the Old Guard. He's super helpful, and he'll actually heal me. You should make a gesture to like come close to him. Look. Oh no, he's bowing to me. I like this NPC Phantom already. Look, if I go close to him, he'll actually heal, I think. Or maybe not. I thought he did. Maybe I need to be a bit lower. That would make sense, because I'm still nearly full health. And he just tried to attack the ground in front of him. There we go. Teamwork makes the dream work. I wonder will he heal now, because of the fact that we've been in battle. No? Okay. I'm pretty certain he heals. Like, I'm 90% sure. I'm gonna quickly run and light this torch, so that I can two-end. He heals when I went away, or no, he just cast a miracle that done nothing. There we go, teamwork. Foot soldier sword, I've never seen that. The thing is, the drop rates on some of these items are super rare, so... I wonder will he now choose to heal, because of the fact that we've been in battle and I'm on lower health. There we go. He heals. Wow, fantastic. I thought I was going crazy there for a second, because I couldn't remember, was he the healer guy, because he wasn't healing me. But there he does, he healed, and it's great. I love when I get healed. Because, well, I don't have to consume Estus, and I get topped off in health. It's great. He kind of despawns way before the boss. He's not going to be here with us for the whole level, but he kind of makes it a bit easier. I mean, it means that you've less weapon durability used for the first few parts of the buildings and everything. It's okay. Dark Pine Resin is super useful against the Flexile Sentry, who's the boss of this area, because it's weak to dark, and Dark Pine Resin gives dark damage, of course. I hate dogs. Not in real life, just these dogs. I think Bradley kind of goes from now. I think he's going to despawn soon. Maybe one or two. We might get one or two more kills out of him. It'd be cool if he heals me then despawned. But yeah, I think that's pretty much this area, this upper part done, which I consider kind of like the first of 3 parts of this area. Because this, I think, is the Bradley part. There, fantastic. We just got the double kill, so now there's this one guy in here, and if Bradley can kill him for me, and I can talk to Lucetial. Lucetial is our like friend. Out of all of the companions in the game, you can get Lucetial is like the one who will be summoned the most and has the most appearances around the place. I like the way I've just let him do nothing. There, he's done. Goodbye, Bradley. So yeah, that's the first section complete. There's nothing in any of those places. I'm gonna get this guy dead. I'm gonna light this. And we can jump down from above. However, there is the Ultra Greatsword I wanted to pick up. So I'm thinking that it might actually be better. Oh, this is super weak. I hope this Fire Longsword is stronger. There we go. One of them dead at least. Radiant Life Gem is good. Interesting. Those are very problematic enemies because of their high damage, and they've put bleed on you, and they've super long reach. I'm gonna run in here. Whoa, crazy. These are really strong enemies. I have to be super careful here as well, because once the torch goes out as well, they'll attack you. In this other chest, there's a trap that's super difficult to evade. And the trap doesn't guard anything good. It's like silver or talismans or something. Silver, whatever they're called. Which are okay, but they're not necessary. I want to hope he gets I'm gonna hope he switches to armor and then bring him back. The reason I've done this is because he'll fall off and he'll shoot arrows at you for ages if you don't just deal with him. So I'm going to go up here and continue on the level. And then I'm going to come back around and get those guys that were shooting arrows at me from the other side. Because if you jump down, you're kind of dead if you can't kill them. And as I said, they stun lock you, so facing two more than one of those guys at the same time is awful. This summons the boat, and I kind of figure this is the halfway point of the level. Because there's a downstairs portion, but it's kind of like there's two dark lurkers down here, or whatever they're called. These guys. Freak me out so much. They're super tough as well. They've got long reach, high damage. There's two of them as well, and now I'm bleeding. And bleeding reduces my stamina severely, so these are some of the toughest enemies in the game, but also some of the weakest. Simply because sometimes they just... Did you see that? That didn't... I hit him, but it didn't register. One of them at a time is easier though, because they still are Dark Souls enemies. And there we go, that's them done. We've no more of those to kill. There's two downstairs, but I skipped those. Now I want to bring this guy inside, because he's obviously... I don't want him falling down. Also, they dropped this Ebo, as I said, which is actually rare, super rare. I'm never going to get it, but it does exist, and it's strong. There's a guy that drops down here. He doesn't do much damage. He drops the Shadow set, one of the more powerful sets in the game. Really good guy. And there's no guy down here, but the Shadow drops down. And he actually opened the door for me, which is okay, depending on if those guys are waking up. No, they didn't wake up. If they had woken up, then I would have lost out on a backstab, and it would have been not so good. One more Estus, and then we're down to life gems. So you got one free kill. And now, is he poisoned? He's poisoned, so I can just sit back behind here and he'll die. That was lucky, because usually when you poison, you get poisoned yourself. Now, I want to look at that greatsword I picked up. We'll probably replace this. And what's the greatsword here? Here it is. It's slash thrust. It's got 28 strength required. Can I two-hand this weapon if I attempt it? Oh yeah, I have the requirements for a two-hand of this weapon. It has that good reach. The reason I wanted to put this on now, because it actually allows me to hit this thing, which is a pain in the ass to hit. Which allows me to get, let me see, 2 Titanite shards, 1 large Titanite shard. Really good loot out of that, I don't know what they're called. They're like bugs. Titanite things? I don't know. I know what they're called, I can't remember what they're called though. Titanite bugs, I guess. And then in here there is some like average loot, throwing knives or something. 7 throwing knives, 1 flame butterfly. Now flame butterflies, they're great because they allow you to light your torch without lighting your torch. I want to unequip this greatsword because it's super heavy and it's putting me over the weight limit. But at least we know we like it and we have the requirements to wield it if I get some points into vitality, which I should already have because I picked the warrior class. Why doesn't the heavy armor class have decent heavy armor? Or weight to lift, because you're going to be wearing heavy armor as a heavy armor guy. But whatever, who cares? It's not really like it matters. Just hope this guy dies. Just run at him and die. And once we've done this, now we're safe, because now up here is an NPC called Gavlan who sells some poison stuff. But better than that, Gavlan actually does the best thing. He buys items you have. So I wouldn't recommend for someone that's playing this like for the first time who doesn't know what they want to do to sell them items that you know you might use later on. But for me, who knows I'm not going to say use like magic or something, I could sell magic items. Perfectly fine. I'm going to sell any dupes, of course, and I'm going to sell any shields with under like 80% protection, because they're not really worth it. There we go. That's kind of bad. That's good. That's okay, but I'm gonna sell it because it's heavier than this, which is high protection. Physical protection is probably the main protection I like because it's most enemies use at least some physical attack. This Chandler's Trident was the one with the goofy power attack. If you've seen in my first video near the start, it actually makes you dance using its power attack. So it's extremely limited, not high requirements, but a higher dex requirement than I have needed to wield it, and it can get me 1,000 souls if I consume it. So I'll just get it for the 1,000 souls because it's never going to be used. We don't really have anything here. We could sell any of these things, but I want to keep them just in case. And well, that's it. That's all I want to sell to him. Thank you very much, Gavlan. Now you've got 13,000 souls, which is probably pretty much what I had before anyways, but whatever. Now we're going to go in here and kill this guy. What I'm hoping happens is that like one or two of these guys will come out of there. There's two of them in there. This is awkward because I don't want to face 3 versus 1 and there's one guy shooting bows there. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, since he has low range, I'm going to... Hope he likes this. Dead. Okay. Now we've actually only got 2 to deal with in melee. And if I know anything, it's that I'm safe because I can just run and jump back. Come on, fight me, man. Combo me, stun lock me, I don't care. I'm gonna hit you hard. There you go. Oh wow, that missed him? Crazy. Dead. Okay, now we're safe. Now we can go in here. We can Estus up, not Estus, sorry, life gem up, and take the loot. Repair powder, Titanite shard. Down here is interesting stuff. There's the Brigand armor set, which is probably better than what we have, but there's 3 enemies. Now, if I can take this guy out, it would be great. And I think I can, because if we can go and bring him up here. I hope I don't wake the other guys up. Okay, great. Because that's 1 down without actually... That's why range traps are so useful. And now we get our 2nd kill. And it didn't wake up the other ones. So now we've only actually got to kill 1 guy in combat in a room of 4. So be super careful in this game. And now we can kill this guy, by the way, before he finishes getting off the table. Easy kills. There's a good armor set in here. It might actually be better than what I have now because it's super light and it's super strong. It's called the Brigand's armor set. Let's have a look. Actually, I'm not going to have a look now. The Bandit Axe also. Bandit Axe is okay. I'm going to... Wait, there's a guy there. Let's see if I can get the stab on him. Now, with those dogs aggroed on me, I'm going to just go to the top, this part of the stairs, and hopefully I can get them up one at a time. There we go, all down. Be super careful. There's one last guy out here with the dagger, I think, or with the bow. And this guy can also drop the sea bow. Oh, there's a Forest Lockstone thing here we can use. Gives us something. There's not really much loot out here, I don't think. But what there is if you drop down here, you can get this item, which is not very useful. 3 small smooth and dusky stones, which, remember I traded at the start, those give you the Titanite shards and stuff. So, I mean, it's probably worth it dropping down, because it's 3 chances at, like, something very good, and probably 3 bad items, but you know, you never know. What I want to do though is I want to actually have a little look around, see if I missed anything, because I sometimes can miss things. No, that looks like it's clear. So we had 2 chests here. We got the chest with all the loot. Is there another chest here? No, there's not. There was the chest with all the loot, and then there's the chest with the brigand set, so we got pretty decent stuff out of that. Thank God we made that jump. Oh, something fell through the ground there, and if that was a Seabow, that would be amazing, but I know, knowing my luck, it's probably not, and I can't get it anyways. So, we might as well just run through here. Actually, I just made a mistake, because we should just drop down. Why? Because, I wonder, can I get around there? No. No. Looks like I'm not getting that item. Because we can just run through here past our goblin holes. Awesome. Now, in here, I can actually have a look at the brigand set, because it's bright. So we're going to wheel around our character and have a look at the brigand set. It weighs nearly half of what that does, but has about 10 less in each of the main stats. However, it has a lot more in the magic resistant department. Except for lightning resistant, which it doesn't have a lot of. Overall, I think, though, it's probably a better item, because it weighs half as much and has nearly as much stats. Now, this item is not good at all compared. It weighs nearly half as much, but it still doesn't have great stats. But I'm thinking, can I put on the Drangleic on this comfortably now? Yes, I can. So there we go. Brigand's trousers, again, they're not actually that much worse, and they weigh half as much again. I think I think I'll stick with the Drangleic leggings. We can put the Drangleic leggings on, and then we're sorted. So by sacrificing our chest piece, we can put in the other pieces, which allow us to put on the Drangleic set, which was previously putting us up at like 80 or 100% or something, wasn't it? Crazy high. So this is that area done. There's 2 dark lurkers here, like I think in here, but they won't attack you if you have a light. Then you've this here, human effigy. There's 1 man there, so don't go too close or he'll aggro. But we want to go over here and light this. This will keep the dark lurkers away no matter what. And we're going to summon the Phantom, Lusatiel, and Mira. Remember we were talking earlier? And pretty much what we're going to do is actually try and get these guys up here. He fell into the water. There's an NPC up there, do you see him? On top of that area? Like to the left of my torch. He's called Carhillion the Fold. He's a fire mage or something, he's a sorcerer. But it's actually kind of useless because we don't have enough intelligence to buy anything off him anyways. Otherwise I'd actually get some pyromancies, because pyromancies are super strong. Low requirements and quite powerful. They're like the magic for people who aren't good at magic in this game. So we're going to kick this over. This is a shortcut. So this is the area we entered in. Now the entire map is literally all that area there that we had to go through is all instantly accessible. Super fast, super quick, and we're going to go and kill the boss. Yeah, that's right. We're just going to go for it. I don't see why not. We need Lusatiel summoned for her quest, I think. I'm not sure how that works actually. But yeah, pretty handy. So that's the NPC, by the way, I was talking about up there. But he's useless to talk to for us. If you'd higher intelligence, I would, but I don't have higher intelligence. My character's a bit of a Dumbo. So it's this guy who just like strafed around instead of fighting me. And there's a couple more of these guys, and then we're on to the boss. We can ignore that guy there. He's not going to come down, I don't think. But Lusatiel probably aggroed him anyways. There's no point not killing him, I guess, if we're going to have to wait for Lusatiel for the door. For the boss fight, though, I'm going to use the Dark Pine Resin we got earlier. The reason I'm going to use this is because it's super strong against the boss. And honestly, it's not strong against many other bosses in the game. By then we'll already oh, we have 3 anyways. Are you ready, guys? I'm ready. This is our enemy. He looks ugly as hell. He's pretty much like a deformed twin-headed fish monster. He's tough. I hit him like a truck though, fortunately enough. He only attacks from one side as well, so you don't need to be scared of his sword hand if he's attacking with his barbed side, or his barbed club side. This guy also gives 3 interesting weapons. I won't say good weapons, but 3 interesting weapons for his boss soul, if you trade them. And this boat that I'm on actually brings me to the Lost Bastille, so that's why I went to this area first, because it allows you to get from the Lost Bastille from 2 different sides. I'm gonna wave goodbye, even though it's an NPC. And we're going to go ahead and leave. That's pretty much the No Man's Wharf and all its secrets. Quick area, I guess. I'm not sure how long we are on the timer. This is where you get the Pyromancy Glove, though, this chest, which is an excellent reward. Pyromancy Flame, they're called, sorry. And then we're going to go to the Lost Bastille. I'm going to tag the first bonfire in this area and open the gate, and then I'm going to probably call it quits on this episode, because we already got the boss. A boss down. I want to kind of get at least 1 boss, maybe 2 bosses per episode, but yeah, this is pretty interesting, interesting enemy. It looks like we're only 30 minutes on the episode, though, so we can probably continue for another 10 or 15. I love the Lost Bastille. It's such an interesting zone. In fact, I think the starting zones are so interesting, super interesting. I don't like Forest of the Fallen Giants, not because of its look though. It's because of its enemies are so bad for new players. Like, they teach you the game is all about stun locking, which it kind of is, to be honest. Like, enemies stun lock you if you don't have heavy armor, and you stun lock them if they don't have heavy armor. But heavy armor is such a stat investment in vitality and slow, and makes you kind of like over-reliant. Or you could use shields. Like, as I said, I don't use shields. I think shields make the game kind of easy and hard at the same time. Like, they make it hard against enemies like bosses that like don't give a shit about your shield, and they make it easy against mobs. So what ends up happening is you get super used to using a shield and being strong, and then you get thrown into a game how you have no idea how to deal with like dodging and stuff. And to be honest, all I do is just stand in the way of bosses and be like, haha, deal with my mace in your face. But that's not how you should play Dark Souls as a beginner, because you probably will have a tough time. We'll probably... like, this area I'm going to is dogs, and those dogs can kill me because there's so many of them, so I might... No, I'm gonna actually go for it. I'm gonna put this sword on, two-hand it, and go and kill the dogs. The reason I'm doing it actually now instead of going leveling up first is because the area has an Estus Flask shard, and we want to get the Estus Flask shard done at the same time. So we can drop down here. So at least we have that guy done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here. Now we're going to run away. We're going to run in here. And kill that guy. Now we're going to heal up with the Estus Flask. Oh, this one I mean, like, I was pretty close to death there with those dogs. They're tough. Also, pursuer spawns here. That's pretty cool. Item comes down here. I think it's a Lowering Skulls, which actually you throw it and all the enemies go there. I'm not going to bother with him. He's a bit of a loser. But what I will do... Oh, you know what I could do? I could open up the workshop. You see in here is a bonfire. I don't know if you can see it there. Yeah, there it is. And that's actually the workshop for the blacksmith of the game. So we've Leningrad and Majula, who's your base blacksmith. But this guy, he infuses weapons as well as working as a blacksmith. And that allows you to put extra things on them. However, since I'm a strength character, I do not want infusions at all. At all, at all, at all. So here we open this gate, which is only openable from this side, so you need to come from both entrances. Like, the other entrance to the Lost Bastille allows you to get the Dull Ember, which makes the smith actually work for you. But from this side you need for the Estus Flask. So I think it's kind of interesting how... Okay, we won't be able to open the smith anyways, because he just kicked it down. So what we're going to do is... Well, we're going to run away like a wuss. And we're going to, since he's on his ass because he just blew himself up, I'm going to homeward one away. Because we still got our Estus Flask shard. And I'm going to level up, heal up, and consume souls, do all that stuff. Yeah, and then we'll go to the Lost Bastille probably in the next episode, because I kind of want to get the Rune Sentinels boss down in the next episode. And you know what? I think I might tackle one of the first old ones, the Lost Sinner. Very powerful boss. Very difficult for new players, in my opinion anyways. So first we're going to consume our souls. This allows me to plan what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for the mace first. Well, I'll upgrade my Estus Flask first, and then I'm going to go and see how I can upgrade my weapons. And then I'm going to go see how I can upgrade my levels. So unfortunately we only have like, what's going to be 45,000 or something? Barely. Not even. Now we're going to burn the Sublime Bonus. What this does is makes our Estus Flasks stronger, so it doesn't give us an extra dose, but it means they heal more when I do use them, which is super good because Estus Flasks are starting to heal like less than half my health. That was all we need to do the bonfire. Now we need to talk to the Herald. So we're going to upgrade it twice. That's going to be 6 doses. That's almost half of the total you can actually get at max. So you can get 12 Estus Flask shards in the game, and you get 1 Estus Flask, which means you can actually technically have it at 13. However, the game only lets you have 12, so you get 1 extra shard that you cannot use. Now I'm going to upgrade the mace first, because that's more important than levels, and I don't want to be stuck without souls for the mace. Reinforce. Mace is super strong. It's my favorite weapon. So we can only upgrade it once, unfortunately. But that's fine. We don't want to upgrade the armor either, because we're going to go for a cooler armor set like the Drangaleg set in a while. So we're going to talk to this lady here, and we're going to level up. So we're going to put the 30, and then we're going to put Vitality to 10, and then we're going to put to 18 Strength. So that looks good. I think so. I think that gives us a bit more damage, a bit more health, and a bit more carry weight. I think it's a decent all-rounder for now. I'm not going to change any equipment. I'm thinking of what I'm doing now. With 2,260 souls left. So we've cleared all of these areas, except for the forest, but that's kind of cleared because we can't go back there for a while. And then we're going to go... There's these 2 bonfires. This one's the start when we were just at, but this one is the other one I unlocked earlier after killing the Pursuer and unlocking the shortcut. So we're going to go there, and we're going to have a look at what we can actually do here. So we've opened those chests. Okay, so we haven't actually opened that door at the end. So we're going to open that door, and then we're going to start we're going to enter the next episode, because that way we'll have unlocked both of the locked off passages from both entrances. So we'll be pretty much ready for the Lost Bastille, this huge area full of pretty crazy ass creatures, where I'm probably going to die half a dozen times. I hope I do. I have to roll back because that's an explosive barrel behind them, and if I hit that, it's crazy, because then I won't be able to do this. Allahu Akbar. Ooh. Is that a dog? That's a dog! Crazy. I don't know what happened there, because my character kind of wouldn't respond. Human effigy, great. That's actually good loot from those dogs, because they don't drop anything else good. There's a Pursuer that spawns here, let me think. Do I want to find him? I'm going to use this here. I'm going to fight him. Why not? He gives us Twinkling Titanite, useless, but whatever. If he's too difficult to beat, I'm going to run away. Why not? These ones are a bit tougher than the normal ones because they're faster. And they've dodgy hitboxes. He might kill me. I don't know. Why did he stop his combo just so he could hit me more? That was ridiculous. I'm running away. I'm just gonna heal up. Oh wow, that was awful. That was such ridiculousness though, did you see that? He stopped in the middle of swinging his sword when I started healing and just went over and hit me. But whatever, I'm gonna go and kill him now. That was just an asshole move. I need to kill that asshole. You shit loser. I'm so annoyed at that. Allahu Akbar. I don't know if he respawns. He probably doesn't, but whatever. Also, that's my first death by combat, interestingly enough. I think, anyways. And I'm totally not ashamed, because I hate this guy. He's tougher than the other one, but he's also weaker. I don't get it. See? Easy peasy. I'm glad I kind of got my honor back there, because the first time I got my ass whooped. The thing about Dark Souls though is you won't ever get hit if you don't want to get hit. Like the only reason I was getting hit constantly there was because I kept trying to heal, and it's kind of awkward. But I'm glad at least that I could kill him without too much trouble there. Because it would have been embarrassing if I went for my revenge and he clobbered me again. But no, I got him down, and that's fine. He's only a mini-boss anyways, but I think it doesn't really matter if they're a boss or a mini-boss. It's not about how much health they have, it's about their moveset, if their moveset can hit you or not. Like, the Rune Sentinels, which is the next boss in this area, is actually probably harder, even though it's 3 small mob bosses that are put together to be a boss, than most of the actual bosses in this game. And yeah, I'm gonna talk to this lady here. This is our friend Lucatiel. He's our he's pretty much our main friend in the game, as I said. So we're just gonna exhaust her dialogue so that she gets available as a summon sign later on. And yeah, we're gonna pick up one item up here, and then we're gonna wave goodbye, as we'll have unlocked the full Lost Bastille zone. Down there, by the way, is right through this glass, if you see at the end there. That's the guy who threw down the barrel after I opened from the other side earlier. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching, guys. This has been No Man's Wharf and the start of the Lost Bastille, and we killed the Flexile Sentry and the Pursuer again, the mini-boss version this time in this episode. So we kept our quote of 2 bosses an episode, even though they weren't really 2 bosses. And I hope you join me next time for part 4. So we're already at part 4, and happy Easter, of course. Thank you very much for watching. Peace out.